Yes, people, thanks for joining us. We are back with self-defense video.
20.
And this is Mark alongside
Tell her.
and we are gonna get it, people. So over the last couple of videos we've been looking at how we can catch kicks. You should be well up to speed, so let's get straight into our shadowing. You should have done your warm-up and stretch video, so you should be nice and loose. Let's pick up from just our movements. Good. Moving around the space. That's it, working both guards. Nice and tight, nice and long. Excellent, good. Moving around, that's it, mid-range now. That's it. Bringing your defenses. So we've done loads of defenses over the course of this series. So we've got our parries, our double blocks, good. Checking those kicks, bringing them all in, everything in. Make sure you're breathing, staying nice and relaxed. Good. Remember to parry those teeps. Good, parry those push kicks. Excellent, check those kicks. Now let's start bringing in the hands. That's it, using the hands to strike the head and the body. Using the hands as counters. Excellent, good work. That's it, let's bring in the hands and feet. So I want you to use your punches and your kicks, moving around, use them as attacks and defense. So what I mean by defense means you block and counter with a punch or a kick. Let's go. That's it, just moving around the space. Good work. Think about what we did a few weeks back where we were parrying and countering with a kick. Think about all that kind of stuff. Parrying the punches, countering with the kick. Parry the kicks, parry with a kick. And then bring in knees as well. Blocking the knees, so checking the chest nice and hard. And time, excellent. So let's shadow the recap the last 3 videos. So we looked at, first of all, trying to parry and avoid those kicks. In your stance, guard up. First of all, that kick's coming to this side. So we looked at parrying, and remember the steps, we need to really get a curve in our back. So in order to do that, we step back, create a curve, and parry all the way through. Unlike those front kicks where we can just, nice and simple, this one has to be a bigger motion. So let's pretend kicks coming for this side, we parry it, and away it goes. Same for the other side. Step back, parry it, excellent. Then we started looking at the steps to catching the kicks. So with our guard, remember we went round in a circle motion, following the power of the kick. So we stepped around, and at the same time, we hooked that leg. Let's go again. Step round and hook. Excellent. Remember, we clamped it nice and tight, lifting up, squeezing that muscle, holding it nice and tight, and then safety. We got this opposite hand up, and we're leaning back slightly to avoid any strikes to the face. Let's do it again. Step round, tight, add a bit of a lean. So we can use this back leg to help us lean. Same for the other side. We step round, hold tight, add a bit of a lean. Watch again, both sides. Step round, lean, excellent. Again for this side, step round, lean, perfect. So that lean puts us at a good distance away from any headshots, especially if your opponent's nice and tall. And I throw that leg kick, I throw that rib kick and he catches it, and he's right there to punch me in the face, I can punch him in the face. So if he leans now, it's harder for me to strike. Then from here, he can parry on, good. And or if he wanted to, he could clamp me really nice and hard and get me to the floor. So let's shadow that, sorry. So let's shadow that together, how to get them to the floor. So we step round, we've clamped, we've got that lean if we want to use it, or we squeeze tight, push that shoulder. Remember, we're trying to push towards the ground. Excellent. Push towards the ground and then down there we'll go. Let's go again. Same side. Step and catch. Good. Twist into the ground. Remember what we said. So what did I say? If they had good balance, what would we do?
Good balance.
Yeah. So you've got them, you're trying to put them to the ground, but they're hopping. They've got good balance.
Step round.
Yes, exactly. We go all the way through. We follow it through. Let's do that together. So step and catch. This leg will go backwards and we follow it all the way through. So kind of like a pivot. We've done these kind of motions and movements for weeks now. Let's do it together again. Step round and catch. Good. Backwards. Full motion. Works the same for the other side as well. Again, step and catch. Full motion, but this time we're going to bring this leg backwards as this shoulder comes forward, and down there will go to the ground. Remember, we don't want any air around that leg. The tighter we have that leg, the more control we have. If it's loose, I'll show you what happens if it's loose. So if our opponent kicks us and we step and catch and it's loose, and there you go. Even if he doesn't know to pull his leg out and I go here, that's all that's going to happen. Even if I tighten it from here, watch how I manipulate his body already, and that's just by tightening it. So it's very important, keep it tight. Let's do that again. First time we're going to parry it, step, catch, parry away. Same for the other side. Step and catch, parry away. Good. Now we're going to push him to the floor. Step and catch. Good. All the way through, follow it through. That's it, shoulder to the ground. Same for the other side. Step and catch. Good. This leg backwards now, all the way through. So let's bring that into our shadowing. Moving around, different catches, different reactions. Very simple. Excellent. It's nice flow with it. And time. Okay, so today's video we're going to look at another way of catching a kick. This is where the importance of the circumference comes in. In the first catch, it wasn't so important. I'll show you why. If I don't go in the circle around my opponent, and let's say I step back, so I'll come out the circle, he throws a kick, I've come out the circle, I've got him tight still, I can still manipulate his leg. If I step in, I can still manipulate the leg. What that difference is, if I step out, I'm out of range, perfect. But what you saw was I catch the ankle. So throw the kick on the other side. If I step out, you see, I catch the ankle. A little bit more challenging to manipulate, but it's possible. What I really want is halfway of the shin. So if it's a proper kick, the kick's gonna land like this. That's where I want to catch it. From here, I have more options. If I step too close, I'm going to catch closer to the knee. Now look, I'm so close, I'm in big range. If you wanted to throw an elbow, I'm in perfect range for an elbow as well. This next technique, this is where it becomes really, really important. With that first one, we can still kind of make it work. With this one, we can make it work, but it's not going to flow as easy. Let me show you why. So the aim of the game is this, yeah? The aim is to catch the kick in the circle and also grab them to the point where you can manipulate the head, that same motion like a pivot, and we bring them round, and then you can kind of see where the motion is going to go. Same for instance, if I was to throw a kick to him, good, he's caught me halfway from my shin, he would want to grab my head, good, bring that leg back, and my head will go down. I don't want to get my hands dirty just yet. So yeah, I will go down. The trick to this is making sure their head is close to their hip. Now, I'll show you what happens if you step away. So if he throws a kick and I step away, now look how far I have to go to get his head. So now what I have to do, I have to readjust, then get his head. He's nice and tall, so this will work. If I step in, I can get it straight away because he's taller than me. If we were the same height, halfway around his shin, I'm gonna get it. Because he's taller, I'm gonna have to get closer, but from here, I have to react quick because like I said, I'm much closer for him to also defend. So what we wanna practice doing is just stepping around in that circle. Good. Reaching for the head if they're taller. Adjust, bring the head close to the hip. So as you can see, I've got the leg tight, head close to the hip, and then spinning backwards. Let me do the other side to give you an example. And then Talal's gonna show you what it's like to do it in real time, yeah? So he kicks the other side, I've stepped around, halfway between. If by any chance you need to readjust, you just readjust. As you can see, he's tall. So I adjust, grab the head, close to the hip. So you see I haven't moved this leg. So now this is a really awkward position. And now I just step around and his head will go. He's itching. All right. So, as you know, the weather hasn't been too great, so I've been avoiding falling on the floor. The grass is kind of damp. But for you, yes, for you, I'm gonna do it. All right, cool. So in real time, he doesn't know which leg I'm gonna kick with, he doesn't know when it's gonna happen, but he's gonna follow the steps, yeah?
He's ready now, yeah? You sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
I don't want to pull something.
So I throw my kick. Good, he's caught it. He's control.
You'll fall down.
So as you can see, I didn't even get to like go through the stages, but it worked. It worked. And yes, I'm dirty now. Okay, same for the other side. Let's do the other side. Just show them. Okay, so we're gonna break this one down. Cool, I throw the kick, perfect, ribs. He stepped, caught it. He's got a nice tight grip. So if he wanted to, just move the shoulder slightly. Yeah, if you wanted to manipulate, I can go down this way, but he's choosing not to. He's gonna grab the back of my head. So what he's creating now is like a hook with the head. So if you wanted to just yank my head, I'm gonna go, obviously. If he went wide, yeah, so let's say he kept this arm straight and he stepped around and went wide, if I've got good balance, that's what's gonna happen. So rewind. That's what's gonna happen, yeah? So what he wants to do is create like an off balance. So let's say he just pulls my head closer to his hip. Yeah, already, already I'm off balance, yeah? Already I'm off balance. Now he's gonna do it quite quickly, yeah? He's gonna do it quite quickly and quite swiftly, and you're gonna have an idea of like how effective it really is. That kick comes, he's just gonna react with the same technique, nice and quick. So he knows right now he's in safety mode. I can't even kick him from here, I'm too far. But if I step in, boom.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so that's one way to defend the kick.
So
that wasn't in the script.
I'm so sorry.
That wasn't in the script. You see? He's trying to break my shins.
Apologies, sorry.
But yeah, so we're actually focusing on catching kicks today, not checking kicks. All right, so come forward a little bit more. Okay, cool. So that kick comes, boom, he stepped, pull it through.
Did I do well?
Almost. My turn.
You know, this was not part of the plan. This is the end of the video. You lot been
Alright.
great. I've been Talal. This has been Mark.
He's trying to. He's trying to call it a day, but we're not finished. Okay, I'm gonna go slowly, yeah? I'm gonna go slowly. Let's follow me. Come this way. Less muddy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go slowly. Go slowly, just to give you an idea of really how effective it is. And remember what we did when we caught the trap? When we trapped, we controlled the head and we stepped around. We stuck that leg out to trip. That's something that we could also do in this as well, just to make sure that we get our opponent on the floor. But if you follow these steps, you wouldn't really need to do it. My opponent throws a kick. Good, I step round, control the head, and then down they go. As you can see, I can control the head so well that that was actually safer for him. If I pushed his head towards the floor, what would have happened is he would have went flat on the ground. But what I wanted to do is just make it nice and safe for him and turn him into a roll. One more time. Again, that kick comes. My reaction is to catch. I adjust, control the head. And remember, if I wanted to pull that leg, as I pull his head to my hip, I can pull that leg, he will trip. If I wanted to just counter, I could boom, knee, I could knee, and then tuck him under. So when you're practicing at home, remember to do it in the steps. So let's do it together. So we step and catch. Good. Same height, yeah? So they're the same height, we don't need to adjust. We're halfway between the knee and the ankle, so halfway up the shin. Reach for the neck, trap that hand, just like how we did when we trapped the hook. Trap the head, spin that leg backwards, pull to your hip, pull to the hip. And if you wanted to follow it all the way through, we could follow it all the way through. One last time, yeah? Catch, good, control the head, step back, all the way through onto the ground. Same for the other side. Guard up, we catch, control the head, this leg goes backwards, down to our hip, they follow through the ground. I want to add a counter, let's add a counter, yeah? We will throw a knee. Okay, we step and catch, good, control the head, throw a knee. As we throw a knee, we step back, pull the head to the hip and down they go. Same for the other side. Step and catch, good, throw a knee, down to the ground. Good, one last time. One last time, let's go again. Step and catch, good, control the head, throw a knee, and then down to the ground. Excellent. So people, that was catching kicks. That was what, technique number 2 on how to catch a kick. We're gonna look at a bit more next video, and then we're gonna also look at, what we're gonna look at next? Catching teeps and catching push kicks. That'll be on the next one. So, I've been Mark. He's... Right, let's rewind that. I've been Mark. He's been...
Hello.
And you've been great. I will see you on the next video.